Looks like I'm living rent-free in your heads again, huh? I mean, if you're gonna spend your days obsessing over me, you might as well start calling me something respectable. Maybe Daddy Shizzy, or better yet, Papa Nut. Who's the grown-up here? Oh right, it's me. Let's go. Call me Daddy, yeah, that's who I am. Running your mind's like a master plan. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, take your pick. I'm owning in your thoughts while you still act sick. Call me Daddy, it's what you need. While you chase the crust and I take the lead. Living rent-free, that's my name. Go ahead, say it, put some respect on your name. Man, I'm too old, well here's a surprise. I'm the one with the brains while you're stuck with the lies. You act like you're experts, but here's the reality. I'm the one controlling your mental reality. So while you're out there trying to throw shade, I'm sipping coffee and you're feeling betrayed. You're mad, I got the spotlight, now it's my time. So why not call me Daddy or Papa with a rhyme? I'm the landlord and you're just the tenants, stuck in your headspace with no end to sight, no repentance. Call me Daddy, you know it's true. You'd be lost without me, stuck in the glue. Call me Daddy, I'm holding your mind while you're scrambling, trying to find what's behind. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, don't you see? You're living in my world now, I'm the VIP. Call me Daddy, just let it be. While you're trying to figure out your own identity. Oh, I see you're confused, trying to get it right. Spinning your wheels while I'm out of sight. You think you've got it figured, but you got it all wrong. I've been running your minds all along. But sure, keep pretending you don't care. Keep saying you're done, but I'm still in the air. You got no choice but to bow to my name. Daddy Shizzy is here to own the game. You say you don't watch, but you're obsessed. Every word I say puts you to the test. Call me Daddy, Papa Nut, you know you should. Because I've been living rent-free, and you know it feels good. Shizzy Daddy, all in your headspace, and there's no escape. Good luck with that.
Man, I hope the audio is not too bad tonight, everybody. I told you I was going to be at a remote location. This is not my usual location. There's no guitars behind me. I am chilling out with you fine folks. Mr. Landville says, hi, everyone. Friends till the end. Most definitely. Good to see you. Good to see you. And we got Dusk hanging out. Good to see you. Coming in for you. Coming for you. 1218. Good to see you. Tammy Bugard. Aw, yeah. Oh man, you guys are just hammering in here. I'm not going to be able to catch you all. Forever Not Me. Bridget. Good to see you. Forever Not Me. Good to see you. Grandmas, I love that name. That's awesome. Greetings all. Rickles. Ah, buddy. Love how early today was. Yeah, that was not entirely intentional. I was hoping to play you guys some music while I was traveling, but no, it wouldn't let me do it. It wouldn't let me do it. Star, what's up? That's Starcasm. Good to see you. Oh my God, lurking at work? Ooh, that's scary. That's really scary. I hope, like I said, I hope the audio is doing really well tonight. I am on a totally different microphone, different piece of equipment. Oh, that's so nice of you, Vaughn. Hey, how you doing? I'm just me. Good to see you. Good to see you. Wes Obama says, good evening, Shizzy, and the chat. Lena, friend, good to see you. I thought that was an M. Man, I'm so bad at this. I'm getting better though. You know what? Machio. I love that name. How you doing, Tammy? Hey, hey, chat. Oh, you guys are just absolutely wonderful, coming and hanging out, having a little bit of fun time tonight. And it says, Tammy Bugard, it's been here for 11 months. Says, it's good to be back after being gone for a while. Love you, Shizzy. Well, it's good to have you back. Really, it is. I mean, things take us away. Things take us away, and it's always, always wonderful to see you come, being able to make it back in here. Hey, Pam, how you doing? Twaddle Dump. Oh, I love that. Slow Movie Giant, good to see you, Pam. And I'll probably if I missed anybody, just know that I think you guys are damn awesome. How you doing, Wordsmith? Greetings, Shizzy. Good to see you. Good to see you. I had no audio this morning. Yeah, I was trying, like I said, I was trying something out. I enjoy the ride. Queensland, Australia. Ooh, we got something for you later. Oh, yes, we will show you guys something later. There's been a whole lot of beef going on, and it just wouldn't be fair. Just wouldn't be fair if I didn't show a little bit of love. If I didn't show a little bit of love to, my per se lawyer and the man with the plan, the Tug. Oh yeah.
Perfect from the jump, 2 lanes aligned. Crossroad with J-Mac, match Tug's grind. San Francisco call with the headline spin. Tunsil twins buzzing in their border right in.
Looks like they got a new one. Rosalind's jumping in there now.
What once felt bleak found a warmer shine. Sad to see them go, but it's perfectly fine.
Oh.
Goodbye, Megan. Goodbye, Rosalind. Go make that show. Will clap from afar where the bright lights flow. Her turn to breeze and the tailwinds blow. Goodbye to the co-host. Hello to the co-host. To the bros. Mass steady bright with the pear-shaped shine. Yeah. Goodbye to the co-host. It's perfectly fine. Yeah, Meg, take the skyline, chase the breaking lead, cut the
I did. It was so nice.
Take the byline, pair room or 2 rhyme, turn rough noise, smooth with the Kemper line. We found our rhythm in the late night grind. Jokes hit quicker once they unwind. Maybe it's better that the river chose different banks for you, one bridge for the bro. Goodbye, Megan. Goodbye, Rosalind. Go make that show. Will clap from afar where the bright lights flow. Her turn to breeze and the tailwinds blow. Goodbye to the co-host. Hello to the co-host.
Hey, Max. Wow, status conference. No, it's gonna be awesome.
Perfectly fine.
Oh, just a change in the clouds.
Different verses keeping perfect time. 2 pairs parted, 2 bros aligned. Still twin headlines on the coastal line. We'll cheer you on while the credits climb. Love in the sand.
Oh yeah, thank you.
I got goodbye, Megan. Goodbye, Rosalind. Go make that show. Will clap from afar where the bright lights flow. Her turn to a breeze and the tailwinds blow. Goodbye to the co-host. Hello to the bros.
I know, it's so awesome.
The stars align. There's a pair of seats if you swing back by. Goodbye to the co-host. It's perfectly fine. Goodbye to the co-host. Perfectly fine.
Oh, you think it's number 1? I don't know. Is it really number 1? Because, I mean, they decided to come slapping back. They decided to come slapping back at me, and they thought they would be all slick and smooth. Okay. They were just like, oh, let's get Shizzy on this. Well, I don't take this lying down. I don't take this lying down at all. Well, maybe I do a little bit, but it's only if they're on top. And then it's only because I'm tired. It's only because I'm tired. So I said, well, let me take care of this the best way that I could. And I had to write another one for him. Here we go. Here you go. Love it.
Saddle up, yeah, I know you will ride. days I'm not dizzy from pacing. You got my heart racing.
Oh yeah, Tug.
You can't keep up, then grab the real tight.
Showing it off. Oh, ladies, come on.
Gave you the sweats. Key in the slot, hip sensor with a knock. Open that door and let your body talk. Saddle up. Yeah, I know you will ride. When daddy comes, you start to grind. Calm it down.
I know he's such a stud. He can't help it.
It's more than you can handle.
My heart's beating out of my chest. Damn, Tug.
You feel wet. Got you dripping in the
I know.
Jay brings snacks, he'll butter that.
Oh, look at this.
Most of the work is done. Can't keep up, then fall into time. Every breath while you climb that line. Shizzywhiznut shack, open late for fun. Stamp on your car just to get it.
You know, they're just beating up on Jay. They can't help it.
Fogs of glass like a limousine tent. Oh. When daddy comes, you'll start to grind. Calm it down, get it on. Shizzywhiznut shack. It's more than you can handle.
Oh man, what's up with this, ladies? Oh, shame on you. Oh, such a debauchery. Oh, here comes Yamaha. Road Mama, you know you like it.
Stroke after stroke, your motor hums. He will go to your numb. Ride and grind, a midnight vow. Say again, he'll show you how.
Oh, that's right, Yamaha, getting him kicked out of there. Kicking him to the side. She is so bad.
Oh, shit. More than you can handle, get on it. Yeah, I know you will.
Yes, Yamaha.
Start to grind, calm it down, get it on. Shizzywhiznut shack. It's more than you can handle.
I know.
Do you feel wet?
Got you dripping in a puddle of sweat.
The girls are breathless, knees jelly, hair all a mess. Come to Shizzywhiznut shack, no need to undress. Heart sprinting on momentum, gonna get checked. Come again for another, so I can leave you beautifully
wrapped. Oh yeah. Get rid of him.
Got you dripping in a puddle of sweat.
Oh. See, I absolutely enjoyed making that. That was so much fun, you guys. You have no idea. It was such a blast doing that. Miss the no, there would not. No, it's not a sexual thing. They came to ride at Shizzy's Nut Shack. That's it. There was nothing sexual about it. I'm way back on hot flashes because of Yamaha and Tug. You know, I mean, well, you know, they do bring the fire. They do bring the fire. I had so much fun making that. That was a blast. And if you want to blame anybody for provocative pictures, well, you can just blame Venomous Venom. The Tug bit. Yeah, now that one was my fault. I did that. I did that for you ladies. I did that for you guys. We had so much fun making it. Oh, it was all about fun. I'd wear a wig just to be in that pillow fight. There is another lady in there. She jumps in the pool. Is that you, Yammy? He said, "Yeah, might just be me." I have to admit, I have a fantasy romance with Poppy Nuts, an intro guy. It's a fun pastime. Well, what can I say? Hey, Starcasm, Yamaha, number 1 pairs, number 2, and this one is number 3. Yeah, pairs is really good. Perfectly Fine is such a fun song. But you know, I'm still waiting. Star. I'm still waiting. You know, you realize that I'm doing most of these all by myself. I've got to have 4 women beating up on me. I don't know. I'm just saying that pillow fight does sound pretty exciting, Yamaha. It does sound pretty exciting. I never get the hot tub and tell. I mean, I don't know. With all of them, I just might have to. I might have to tell everybody when all this is going on. My brain went 4 ladies become 5 mid jump in the tub. That's because Yamaha's there. Yamaha just could not hold back. He was like, I will throw on a wig. I will get boob implants, whatever I need to do. Just get me in the hot tub with the ladies. You know how it is. Oh my gosh. Rogue Mama is the raccoon. Yes, Rogue Mama is the raccoon. Rogue Mama is the raccoon. She's absolutely awesome. Well, as you know, over the past, the past week has just been absolutely insane. Yes, I will. Well, you know what I'm going to have to do is you guys need to like mess with Tug and Megan. And well, I don't have one for Rosalind yet. I'm still working on one for Rosalind. Okay, I still need to get her an intro. Venom, blame Venom. Yeah, there was an extra lady in the tub. No, Venom wouldn't be in the tub. She'd be the one shooting the film. Oh, my Blue Ridge brother, Traveling Fools. Good to see you, brother. Man, if you haven't checked out Traveling Fools, he does wonderful trivia at night. It's absolutely wonderful. So good to see you, brother. How are you doing, man? Oh, man. Yo, been here for 22 months. Imagine that. I mean, oh my gosh, Star Z, how you? Yeah, well, they're out for blood. They're out for blood. Just woke up. I haven't missed much. No, you haven't missed much. We're just playing a little bit of Music Planner. Man, you have no idea. While I was in my car, I was like, it'd be really cool if I stream and then play the music in the background so you guys could hear it. And then everybody was like, oh, you're muted. You're muted. Oh, man, I had a whole playlist of music that would have played for hours. It would have been awesome, but everybody said it was muted, so it wasn't working. It was awful. I'm just gonna have what I need to do is just get a speaker so I can play it for you guys while I'm streaming, because there was so much good music. What? Awesome. Good to see you, user. Good to see you. Jeremy's raid. Well, no, you guys probably are over there watching Whatnot, because that's some pretty good stuff. I mean, and once they get those 50,000 deliveries out, they're going to do the helmet off. That's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see that go up. I may have to show up for that one. I'll have to figure that one out. But whenever it happens, I want to be for that. I want to be there for that, because I think that would be absolutely awesome. I want to see that thing go. And if I need to sign it or something like that, I mean, I did sign a little letter there that went out with it. I want that thing to go to a good cause. I think it'll be absolutely wonderful. Hello, Counted Pubbles. Good to see you, Twaddlebum. Oh yeah, that'll be absolutely fun. And George isn't joking whenever she says how glorious that thing is. It's absolutely epic. I mean, that thing went to Dollywood. It ended up with an expert sticker on top, and there's more feet stickers on top of it. I mean, it had so much fun. It's been on Mr. Roseman's head. It's been on Rosalind's head. It's been on Roseman Ranch's head. That thing got passed around like a cheap $5. Yeah, it got passed around like paint chips in prison. Let's put it that way. If you want 50,000 nickels, too. No, I do not want 50,000 nickels. No, I'm absolutely fine with that. But I will show up to promote it. That is definitely something I would do. I would definitely want to watch it go for auction. I know a lot of people who are wanting it. And I know, I think that would be absolutely wonderful, because I want it to go for a really good cause. I want it to help out women in need, children in need, whatever it ends up going for. I know that it'll go well. And that's what I want it to do. Yeah, it is absolutely. That looks like it'll be a good watch. It was fun watching that FNL with the expert. I know, we had so much fun. God, I wish there would have been, if I could have brought all of you people there with me, it would have been great. a blast. Expert and the White Rabbit are some of the most gracious hosts that you'll ever meet. Some of the kindest people. I mean, and don't let Expert know that I told you this, but he's actually a really good guy. He is. I mean, and the squirrels only come loose whenever you like throw like peanuts at him. Janet, Shizzy, so what you're saying is that you boomered the road trip music playlist? Just kidding. No, I totally did. I was hoping it would play, but I don't know because I've never done it before. So now I know I just have to have an extra speaker. I still don't know how that's going to work. Maybe an extra device or something. I don't know, because it would have been awesome. It would have been awesome. We gladly take 50,000 nickels, man, and drop them from a plane or something, man. Thank you so much, Janice. I appreciate you. Shizzy, what you're saying is that you boomer. Yes, I will. I boomer just about everything that I do. It's how I do things. That was how. Oh no, the helmet turned out absolutely wonderful, and the feet were like one of the most touching parts of it, like there, because I mean you have no idea. I have my favorites is the one that donated the feet stickers, and those things got trampled all over. It is so beautiful. You just have no idea. And I have my favorites is seeing what those stickers look like and how sparkly they are. And they just covered that thing. But we will come up with something new for you guys that'll be just as epic. Too bad we didn't hear him scream on the jump scare. Oh, you will in the clouds. You will hear an expert scream on the jump scare. Dollywood and FNL Live was awesome. Great group of people. Oh, absolutely. T42 came and hung out all day. And we were so blessed to have T42 come hang out with us. I mean, she was just such a hoot. If you guys haven't met T42, she's great. She's absolutely great. Good to see you, T42. Timmy. Oh, the helmet is awesome. Yes, it is. You have no idea how. And Jeremy noticed that there were stickers on the inside. Those were very special stickers that were given, and it required a lot of cajoling to get me to put stickers on the inside. But yeah, we put stickers. There's about 4 or 5 stickers, and those were for Schmuck and for T-Rex. Those are the ones that actually specifically requested it. Happy Sunday. Hey, everyone. Next time, a huge pair of... No, someone said, and I was thinking about it. I may do a ukulele next. That would be interesting. Have a ukulele, and that way we could get Jeremy to play his Sunday song. The weight of 50,000 nickels is 5.516 tons. Oh my God. You know how much it would take? A lot of nickels to get those nickels here. I'm just saying. Shizzy, it was kind of awesome knowing my chats went on the helmet. So cool. Absolutely, Monica. Every single one of those things went on that helmet. I mean, there might be a couple of spots that are left blank, but man, that thing got hit hard. You guys did so well. You have no idea how great I feel and how blessed I am to know that you guys were just out there just having fun, because YouTube should be fun. All this stress shit isn't well worth it at all. I guarantee you. Just people out here having fun is what it's good. It's a good night for Megan tonight. She got her shoulders out. Oh, trust me, I've seen the pics. She does have her shoulders out. I'm here just lurking. Mom is holding her own. Dope to high heaven. Oh, I hope that she feels better. I mean, it really sucks, but I hope she is feeling better, Debbie. There weren't. No, the blank spots are far and few between. I mean, if you look at it, there is stars all around it. There's feet all walking all over the top of it. It is a blast. Hit that like, hey, how's it going, Prince of Wales? Good to see you. Good to see you. I gotta say that I've had such a blast doing the YouTube, and it has been 3 years. Tomorrow will be 3 years, but we'll keep that quiet, because what I'm going to do is whenever I get back, I think I will do like a 3-year member stream, and it'll be trying to bring in some of the people that helped, get it to that spot where, it you have no idea how much it really means. I mean, it's unbelievable that everybody has come, hung out, all of the super chats, all of the just hanging out, having a good time and chat, all the inside jokes. And of course, most of the time it's me that's the inside joke, but it's really good to see all of you guys there. Okay. 551 pounds. I was going to say 5 tons. That's a lot. That's a lot. Shizzy, you've been around a long time with you. Yeah, I know. It has been a long ride, and I can't wait to share that with all of the wonderful people that have helped make that like, that's that spot from being, just this little five member channel all the way up to, hitting this 50,000 number. It's insane. And there's people that have been there, all the way through thick and thin. And I just appreciate every single one of you. I mean, one of the people that comes to mind is the Iron Rabbit. She's been here since the beginning, and she is an absolute sweetheart. She does great work. And I mean, she doesn't show up here all the time because she knows you guys got this. She knows you guys got this. But everybody, I'm just want to say that's wonderful to have all of you here. Hello from Missouri. Hello, Mr. Coop. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Janice Wingfield says, someone in Jeremy's chat asked the significance of bedazzled helmet. There wasn't enough time to explain to her who you are or why you say you needed it, and your Velcro shoes. Well, Janice, I will give an explanation for that at some point in time. And I do hope that I'm able to give that wonderful explanation, to whomever it might be that's asking about it, wondering exactly why that helmet came about. And once I do, I think that it'll move a little bit of people. I hope it does. Just Google the weight of nickels. 1,000 nickels is 11 pounds each nickel. Well, see, now you're getting into like technical terms. I can't do that. Now, I told you tonight we're gonna go over the Char's latest video. There are some pretty remember my stars. Patrick W. I remember my stars getting added for my parfum. That's shizzy super chat. When you were 3 nights into using the helmet, thank you for the entertainment. No, thank you. Seriously, thank you for the entertainment, because that's what I try to do, is entertain you guys. All this crap with bubbles, paint chip. I mean, these guys are trying to take themselves seriously, but nobody else can take them seriously because of their stupidity. I mean, and I don't know. I don't take myself seriously at all. And I realize why they're doing it is because they really want the money. They want the money so bad that it's just like they're just clawing at it, and just ugh. It's like, just be humans for a change, you fuckers. Sorry for the language. Just be human. Stop being nihilistic bastards. And I guarantee you, if you could just actually do the freaking work, you guys could do so much good. But instead, you are just nihilistic little assholes that want to take the easy way out. And well, this is what happens to you. You get sued in multiple court cases. And I know you just live for it. You enjoy being the provocateurs. But it seems to me like you're just wanting it more and more and harder and harder and harder. But, you know, what can I say? So the idiot mentality is the best entertainment on the planet. Yeah, most of the time I'm the idiot mentality. I try to be, at least. I mean, you know, that's why they need, yes, they need to act human. They've sort of taken that aspect about it, and that's one of the reasons why, you know, whenever I have watched this whole thing probably a few too many times. And I will say again, do not reach out, do not contact anybody. Don't, unless you can see these kinds of things personally happening. All it does is cause more havoc. Unless you know for a fact and you see these things happening, you have to remember there's a whole bunch of stuff going on behind the scenes that you will never know about. And hopefully you never have to know about, because it can be dark, it can be brutal. The kinds of things that get brought up in these cases, they don't make anybody look good. They don't make DCS look good. They don't make the victims look good. They don't make the perpetrators look good. Just unless you see something, stay out of it. I mean, and I mean this all seriousness. Just listen to the video, listen to what they say, and I'll stop it periodically, because there's a few things that really sort of stood out to me. And I mean, it's Shara. She is absolutely just one of the most giving, kind-hearted people. And I think that, you know, she's coming from this from a very good place, as is Jamie. And, you know, it just breaks my heart that they see a lot of the things that we've been talking about for quite some time.
This is part 2, and this is Otter Creek and the Golden Key. My name is Shara Wolf, and you're listening to Tea Time.
And as you can see here, the first thing that starts out with, no way, I never hit my daughter, ever. And a man for who videos every single thing in his life, why doesn't he have a video of it? Yeah.
The best way to handle it.
Thank you.
Whatever we do, I don't want to do it without an officer, because they are connected to the Hales, so we don't want any problems. I'm on the phone, and if you keep interrupting me, you're going to get your mouth spanked.
And there it is. As she's saying that I'd never smack my child.
No, you can't. Stop talking. I'm on the phone.
Okay.
You're being rude.
Alrighty. I'm going to have an officer give you a call back so you can let him know what's going on here, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, you looked at the place in Otter Creek.
You know, and you know, I will say that as a young child, I probably took my own licks from somebody multiple times, and it is not a pleasant place to be. You know, what no matter how you feel about this, one way or the other, to say that you're not doing something and then turn around and show on video that this is something that you do, and it's a regular basis. Because, you know, you don't just throw those kinds of, I don't do anything to my child, and then turn around and say something like that to your child. That just, I mean, corporal punishment, okay, that's how you handle things. But to lie and say that you never do that, and then right there on tape you're doing it, it's why she calls herself senior, that's so weird. It is one of those kinds of things where she's trying to assert dominance over somebody else. This is somebody that is very, very, very weak. And the only way that they have to assert dominance is to say that I was here before you. I have been around longer than you have. It is a play. That's all I see it as. Hey, Debbie Marie, good to see you. Welcome to the shit show. Oh my God, I do. Oh, I don't have my phone on me. I was going to show you guys a picture. I do have a really pretty damn good picture. Somebody captured it for me. I may have to go back and get it. It's pretty awesome. Shizzy has a Star Wars, A New Hope theme going on. I like it. Well, thank you. It is not that. Trust me. It is just, I'm in a remote location and I don't have like ring lights. I don't have a whole studio set up. I'm pretty chill. I was physically abused terribly by my father. It's not fun. Yes. And that's exactly what I mean is it's not, you never hit a child in the face. Never. Well, I mean, yeah, we'll talk about that some other time.
On the drive home, how was that? Was it still they were fighting in the car and things? Was all that going on the way home too? Back to Northport from Otter Creek to visit?
All I remember is there was always fighting.
Okay, so did you leave pretty soon after you got back to the Northport house because you were done cleaning at that point?
We'll do something better.
There was a couple of days that I know we went to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day we went to the beach.
Okay.
So, a few days after.
Yeah.
That's why I want to say it was probably a week, but I'm not positive.
So you had.
Well, and that is very true. Getting the house finished won't help AG. Think about the humans on the property behave. Yeah, and that is one of the things that's, sort of disheartening. I mean, you think about how that situation is. And you put yourself in that position where you look at it and you go, you know what? You don't see a good outcome. That's all.
A chance for a couple days just to relax at that point and get to know the baby, go do some like whatever sightseeing or beach time or whatever it was you guys did. And then you flew home.
Yep.
Okay, that would have been 2021. So 2 years later, let's move it up to 2 years later because 2 years passed before you were invited to come down again.
Well, and here's the whole thing. I was bringing my family to the other
family
figure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to the other family for the summer. At that time, I asked if I could go ahead because I was going to have a camper.
I'm going to say JJ and Papa, no, that's not going to happen. There's not going to be one of those pictures. That is funny, though. That is funny. Maybe I should just get, I'm thinking a little bit of Frank Zappa picture. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking of. Frank Zappa picture. Never was into the drugs, but, nicotine and caffeine were his drugs of choice. Until she starts talking about Munchausen. Yeah. Mr. Coop, how you doing, brother? The RV barely made it 5 years. They don't seem to take care of things. Just look how bad the Jeep looks. It's one of those things where, nice things look nice whenever somebody else has them. And then whenever you get a hold of them, you realize that the reason that other people's things that look so nice is because those other people actually took care of what they own. And I mean, the best example of that is, think about the guitars that I have. I've got these beat up guitars. I think the most expensive I paid was for $400 for one of those. I've got three $100 guitars that I picked up from pawn shops. that were just abused, beaten, mistreated. I came in, straightened out the necks, cleaned them all up, put new strings on them, and brought that sound back to them that they used to have, because I cared for those instruments. Whereas somebody else was just like, oh, I'll just play it and it does its thing. Whenever it doesn't look so pretty, I'll get rid of it. And I mean, it's just, that's how some people are. They don't take appreciation for the things, the beauty that they already have around them, and nurture it and care for it. And that's the kind of feeling that I get from this whole anti-Hales ecosystem, is they don't nurture or care for anything but themselves. And that they barely care for themselves as it is. You can tell by the way that they treat themselves. They don't treat themselves kindly. They don't treat other people kindly. There's always anger and hatred and vitriol. And you'll find, I mean, some of the best people that I've met have been through Tug and through Megan, which, they point out the crazy, the messed up people, but they still show love to each other, like on a constant basis. And same way with Jeremy, same way with George. It's like it makes it really difficult to care for people that don't care for themselves. And that's sort of where I'm at with it. I'm sorry. I'm rambling again. Good evening. My hubby's guitar had to be fixed because it wasn't well taken care of by the person who had it. That happens. And I mean, it is crazy that, people don't care for what they don't. They look at the next new shiny thing, and then they wonder why. Well, how does that last so long? How are you able to maintain it and take care of it? Because you put that tender, loving care into it the same way you do with your children. You put that time and that effort, that tender, loving care, where you're more concerned about making sure that their needs are met from day to day, instead of using them as a pawn to raise money. And that's all I've seen from these people, is they use other people until they're used up, and then they throw them away. They toss them aside. They're just like, I don't need you anymore. And I'm sure that's what's happening with the fleas, because Brucey, Deucey, Bubbles, whatever you want to call him, has tossed all these people to the side because they're not useful for him anymore. And they're starting to feel the brunt of it. They're starting to feel exactly the kind of person that I pointed out whenever this asshole reached out to me, because he didn't understand the simplest thing is that I don't need you. I never did need you, but you needed me. And that's what tears him up inside constantly, because he knows that he needs more than I need him. He needs Tug more than Tug needs him. He needs to have Larry because Larry doesn't have any need for him. He needs Jeremy Hales. He needs to have Jeremy Hales be the absolutely worst, horrible person ever possible, because if he's not, he realizes that his life and everything about him is absolutely meaningless. Nobody cares about him. Nobody gives two shits about him. Nobody could care less whether he's here today, gone tomorrow, in Armenia. Nobody cares about him, because he hasn't grown those kinds of relationships that makes him endearing to other people. And that just scares the ever-living shit out of him. Sorry, I'll get back to the video before I go off again.
Yes.
And I needed to a place to go.
Right.
And that way I could be somewhat close to my family while they were visiting, and of course have a visit with them.
Okay, so that sounded fun.
Before I ever got there, that person was already discussing using and me leaving the camper.
The camper.
Before
So
I ever got there.
she wanted to have your camper even before you got there.
And the camper came before I got there.
Right. And she checked it all out and got it all ready and saw no issues with it.
Yep.
But ultimately, I do want to say that you nor anyone you were involved with had anything to do with any stolen property whatsoever. That property was acquired or purchased after the fact, which is innocent on your part. And actually, from what I understand, at that point, because of that, how it was acquired and purchased, that you actually could have kept that property and you should have been able to drive it off that lot and leave anyway, because really it was now legally yours. So I'm going to fast forward in that July visit for a moment and ask you something about when you tried to take your camper and leave that property when things got unbearable. Did she block you and stop you from taking your property?
Yes.
Well, and that's all she really needs to say, is because that is the truth. I mean, this is so common with these people, is as soon as they realize that people are on to their game, as soon as they realize, oh, they're on to my game, they move on to something else. They're grifters, and grifters, as soon as they get called out, they move on to something else. They start attacking something else. It's hard to explain. I'll come up with the best terminology for it, as whenever somebody gets caught red-handed with their hand in the cookie jar, they start deflecting and start blaming you. Well, why did you put the cookie jar there if you didn't want to put the cookie jar? And next thing you know, because you're the kind of person that's just going, listen, I put the cookie jar there. Yeah, okay. Well, that was maybe too tempting for somebody that likes to put their hands in the cookie. You don't have to be sorry for anything that you did. You were doing nothing wrong. They're trying to make you feel guilty for all of the things that you did right. You did everything properly. They're the ones that have the bad behavior. They're trying to make you feel bad for their bad behavior. You don't have to feel bad for their bad behavior, because they're still going to continue on with the same bad behavior, regardless of whether you admit to their bad behavior or not. It's no different than the fleas, no different than BBB, no different than paint chip. They're all bad actors, and they're going to continue acting absolutely bad. There is nothing that can stop them from behaving badly. It is ingrained in them. I don't know. Maybe they should have had a mother like Lynette that just smacked them in the mouth or something. Hey, how's it going, Wanda? Good to see you. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. It is kind of you. It has been a long day, so if I'm rambling, I'm sorry, but it's like I said, it's been a long day, long drive, lots on my mind, and this is a hard. I will say this is one of the hardest ones that I've had to watch that Shara's put out. It really is, because I can hear so many things inside of this that they're not able to say, and it's so bad, so bad.
Yeah, had set up to have it moved to a different property, and I was told there's no way that she was going to let me take it to somebody else's property to be ruined and destroyed.
Because she wanted that camper.
Yeah, she did.
Very much so.
Oh my goodness. She did not want to have...
She talked about it constantly, that, if I didn't want to take it home, that I could leave it there, and that her and the baby could live in it.
Wow.
And this was a very nice camper.
I really want to stay stuck on this one part for a minute, where she did not allow you to take your camper and leave.
Yep.
That was, first of all, you were already there for about 2 months, right? You were there that long.
Correct.
You were basically considered...
It was when I decided I would not help her, and I went to the, like immediate care about my foot.
Yeah.
When I came back, that's when the second time I was told, before I ever got back, that the camper was gone. So I was at the doctor.
Oh my goodness.
I was going to come back because they let me, when she refused to let me take the camper, I did stay one more night. I stayed away from the camper.
Yeah.
I have family and stuff in there.
And you needed a break. I remember you telling me you needed a break.
That's exactly what I needed.
Yeah.
Was a break from all the chaos and all the constant yelling and fighting.
Unreal.
Well, and you know what Jamie is not understanding is, for them this is normal. I don't know how many of you have seen the Bear. It's a TV show called The Bear. It's got a guy that's playing the guy that's playing Bruce Springsteen in some upcoming movie, and I can't remember the actor's name, but there's this scene, I'm not sure if it's the first or second episode, where they are sitting around the living room or dining room table and they're just yelling and fighting and arguing constantly. And my wife and I are just going, oh my God, this is just like, I can't handle that. I mean, I was like, just fast forward through this stuff, because I can't handle that kind of angst in a group of people, like where everybody's bickering and fighting. And she was just looking at me. It was like, what is it about this that's so disturbing? I said, it's just that there's no love there. It's trying to one up each other, and they profess their love towards each other, but there's no love or concern for each other's feelings because it's all me kind of shit. Yeah, you ought to check it out. It's actually really good. The Bear is a really good show. I'm not sure. It might be on Hulu or something like that, or it was on FX, or it might be like on some other, I don't know, Disney maybe. I don't know. It's on something. It is. But there's this one, and Jamie Lee Curtis is in it. I mean, she looks rough, but regardless of all that, it's just this constant bickering and arguing and yelling and fighting. I mean, I would see this whenever I was playing with bands. I would see this kind of attitude happen with bands, where they would just start arguing over the simplest things, and it could be the most mundane things, and they would just start arguing. And that's just like a really dysfunctional family. And if Jamie's seeing this kind of arguing and she's wanting peace in her life, I could see where she's just like, I don't want to be around this. It hurts my heart and my soul just to be in this constant argument. You know, there's a reason why us as kids, we didn't see our parents argue. This is because they would go behind closed doors. They would have their argument, whatever spat it was, because it really stresses kids out. But they're doing this kind of crap out in the open in front of the child that gets to see this on a regular basis and gets to hear all of the spiteful name calling, the cussing, the yelling, the arguing on a regular basis. And I'm sure Jamie's just like, how can you do this in front of a child? How can you do this where the child is seeing this? No, sorry. I'll continue on.
When I went out and did something with family, then she was mad. So when I came home, I had a family member with me, and she freaked out on me, saying that I was bringing strangers around her baby.
And see, you know, and this is whenever I heard this initially, Jamie doesn't realize it, but Jamie, I'm sorry that you had to deal with this shit, because she put you in the position of you being a child again. And that's exactly what it is she's treating you like you are an absolute child, a know-nothing. You don't know what's going on. You don't understand what's going on here. And she's kicking you out of, she's kicking you to the curb. She's already kicked you to the curb. Whenever she's saying these kinds of things, she is treating you like absolute garbage. Gotta run later, kids. You take care, brother. Take care, traveling fools. I will see you soon. Yeah, sadly, LP has got more money by grifting, in my opinion, than holding down a proper job. When she realized the grift she could pull gained her buck, she has never stopped down. Now, why would she? And that's what I'm seeing with Jamie here, is because Jamie's having to explain her actions to a grown a grown person, an adult trying to have to explain her actions, you should never have to explain your actions to somebody else. I mean, ever. You should be able to move freely about yourself. I don't understand people who treat others like this, but, and Jamie has no idea. She has no idea. Throughout this whole conversation, I'm just like, oh my God, don't you realize, Jamie, you were being used so bad, and you're apologizing for normal behavior, apologizing to an abuser for your own behavior, which is normal. You're apologizing to somebody for your normal behavior, to somebody that is an abuser, and ruthlessly so.
It was my family. We were going to get some things. I was going to shower. We were going to get some things.
You were coming home.
For that night.
You were living, listen, you were living there legally. You were coming home with a family member to get some things, and you were going to do other things. So really, you had every legal right to do that. And because you were there for 2 months, you actually lived there. You came back with your family, and did she tell you had to leave at that point?
Oh, don't you worry about it, Andrea. You don't worry about it at all. I'm sorry. And if you have to, Jamie, you don't ever have to seek validation from one of these assholes, ever. If you ever feel that you have to accept validation from a dickhead, you don't need it. Trust me. Ever. Damn, Jamie.
Yes, she blew up.
Okay.
Told me I had to leave.
Which was really not following the statutes in the area, because she did not have the right to tell you to leave your home.
No. And at first she wanted everything gone, so that's why I made arrangements to take it somewhere else while I continued that stay until my family was done visiting their family.
Did you pay to have it?
Could take us all home.
Did you pay those arrangements to have it, to get it ready to be picked up?
It was going to be paid.
Okay, but you made the arrangements.
I paid a portion of it.
So you made those arrangements to take your camper, and when you called her or tried to come back, what happened?
She refused to let me have it.
Did she refuse to let you on the property? Did she tell you to leave the property? Like, what happened?
She told me to leave when I was there with my family members.
No, yeah, and if anybody's sitting there questioning on this, I will tell you right now. I'll take this back to personal experience. At 19, I showed up at my mother's house. Okay. She absolutely was the most sweetest, kindest person in front of everybody. And then as soon as they walked away and she saw the opening, that's whenever she attacked. And at that point in time, I walked away and said, no more. I'm not going to deal with this kind of shit anymore. And I think that's what happened with Jamie also. Is she got to a certain point where it was just like, you know what? I'm my own person and I don't need validation from this. You never need validation from a piece of shit person, ever. They can go pound dirt for all I'm concerned. If somebody's treating you like garbage, tell them piss off. Yeah, Jamie seems to have gotten her life together. Jamie and Shar have passed that I've followed for over 8 years. They've had DCF issues. I'm happy to see them both thriving and testifying for Jeremy. And it's not just that they're testifying for Jeremy, they're testifying for themselves. And those two have a bond that very few people will ever have. They've been through a whole bunch of shit together. And they know what's going on with each other. I wouldn't be surprised if, they don't talk on a regular basis just to check up on each other and make sure that each other is doing okay. And I don't know Shara from Adam. I don't know Jamie from Adam. I don't know either one of these people, but you can tell that they have a good connection. They're able to communicate well with each other and understand what's going. Yeah, testifying for the child, that's a very big possibility. Thank you very much, Janice. I appreciate you.
And did she tell you that you can't come back?
Oh, yeah.
But all your clothing was in there. All your food was there. Everything that you owned was in that camper.
Well, that's how these people treat you. Is they cut you off. They cut you off from things that they feel might be meaningful to you. I mean, you'll see it over the next few weeks, and I'm not giving anything away by saying this. You're going to see that they're going to start cutting off their chat. They're going to start, and you've already seen it happen. Look at the way the little what the hell's ecosystem treats their chat. As soon as they start questioning things, they're all of a sudden the attacker, the abuser. But some of these people want to have that validation, so they cow to it. They're just like, oh, I'm sorry, don't leave me out, don't leave me out, don't leave me out. No, there's a reason why they're leaving you out, because you're starting to question all of the screwed up things that they're doing to you. Whenever these people are mistreating you, and you start spotting that mistreatment, and you start calling it out, don't ever apologize for you calling it out. Don't ever apologize for you calling out their screwed up antics. Whenever you see them doing something crappy to you, whenever you see them doing something crappy to something else, that's whenever you walk away from that shit. You don't need their love, because their love comes with handles. It comes with little attachments attached to it. You throw them the right amount of money, they'll be nice to you. You treat them a certain way, they'll be nice to you. You don't need that kind of love. You don't need that kind of attention. If that's what you need meaning for, is for these people to treat you like shit, that's on you, not on me. I'm just like, hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Hey, Shizzy. Good to see you. Sorry. And I mean, I'm sorry, Jamie, you're asking for Lynette to treat you like shit. Don't let her do it. Don't let her do it ever again.
Yeah, I had everything that I needed to.
You could have lived there. You could have actually lived there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I could have lived in that trailer for a long time. I had almost all new clothing.
Yeah.
It was my birthday.
Yeah.
I celebrated my birthday there. So I had bought an electric drum set.
Oh, I remember the drum set. That was in there too. So you had a lot of valuables in your camper, and you had a beautiful camper.
I had money.
And now let's talk about that too. Oh, was money missing?
Absolutely.
Oh, let's talk about that for a minute, because something happened in somebody else's camper, where there was money on a table that disappeared. And she was entering that camper against the man's wish when he was in the hospital because of an injury that he had.
And I don't know how many times she entered it either.
You don't know.
I didn't have it locked.
You don't know.
And all I was told is all my contents were in the camper.
Oh, wait a minute.
All taken away.
She told you that all of your contents were in the camper and they were taken away. I happen to know otherwise.
Yep.
I happen to know otherwise.
I know.
I know exactly where your stuff was. Everywhere that you left it outside in all those containers, you had a lot of property on the outside underneath.
Yep.
You had a lot of mechanical things hooked up to the camper that were purchased to hook the camper up. You had stairs and all kinds.
Everything.
You had a lot of things that were on the outside.
We had chairs outside.
And again, tell me, what did she tell you happened to all those things?
That they were all put in the camper, and I could not come back to the property. There was nothing there for me.
Well, I have evidence.
Well, but here's the thing. At this point in time, Jamie, the time has passed on this. I mean, and I'm not trying to be harsh or anything. The time has passed on this. I think Jamie also realizes that the time to do something should have been right then and there, and to address it head on, take care of it. I don't know Jamie's situation. I don't know Shara's situation. But at the time that this stuff was happening would have been the time to address it, because as time goes on, that stuff's long gone. And maybe you already understand that. You're just looking at it and just going, yeah, it's long gone. It's done. It's over with. I'm moving on with my life. And, I've learned a lesson. And that it sucks. It absolutely sucks. I mean, I think all of us have been in that situation at some time or another where you've dealt with something where you're just like, damn, if I would have, could have, should have said this, done this, X, Y, or Z, didn't do it, but don't beat yourself up over it. And she's right. You don't beat yourself up over it. I'm just pointing it out for other people. There's a time to look at this whenever these kinds of things are happening, the way that they're running their scams. There's a time that you can say, okay, no more. I'm not falling for this shit again. You already fell for it once. That's bad on you. If you do it again and again, that's really on you. I mean, the first time that's bad on them. But once you spotted it, and if you allow this crap to happen, that's on you now. And I think Jamie was just like, I'm done. I'm out of it. I'm moving on with my life. And it sucks. It sucks. And I feel bad that Jamie had to go through this and learn this the hard way, that there's people out there that will do this kind of crap to you.
Yeah, one of the biggest things that really bothered me is, things can be replaced. In the end, I was, after a week of living on the streets, not knowing anything.
Oh my goodness!
My car,
you were living in your car because she took your home away. Wow.
Yeah, I was able to get the contents and get a U-Haul, but there was things that were not included in that, and that would have been every single thing. I mean, I even had outside rooster stuff.
I know.
She always wanted it, and she took that. But the biggest thing that bothered me is when we came down, we borrowed my pops's handicap shelf that you would put a wheelchair on the back of a car. It was on the hitch, and she kept that, and that was my father's wheelchair.
Wow.
So that was very, very upsetting.
Devastating.
The one thing that it wasn't my property, so you can imagine the guilt that I had when I was not able to return that.
So I collected records in this case, especially what happened in that event. And what I heard on the audio does not match at all what she told you and what happened to your property.
Right.
And in fact, well, a sheriff deputy instructed her on what to do with your property. Are you aware of that?
Yeah. After you.
I told you. He instructed, and I'm going to put that out in this video as well at the end. Okay, it's going to be on here, the evidence, where he instructed her to return all your property to you. And she refused. How many times did you ask her and beg her for your property? How many times?
Many times. I mean, I couldn't even tell you. I'm like, this is wrong. And then especially when I found, and was able to finally, after a week, get my items, I had to clear that out all by myself. It took me 10 hours in the heat of July, July to take all my items out of the trailer and put them into a U-Haul to bring it back to where I lived.
While you were living homeless because she took your home.
And all my clothes, all my contact stuff.
That is horrific.
It was, and I had to rely on, people's kindness. Yeah. So I didn't have, wasn't actually living on the street. And I had my car.
And we were talking about the dead of heat of Florida, the dead of heat in the summer.
And my health was not the best. So
and you just spent 2 months.
Does anybody know how old Jamie was whenever this happened? Because I mean, I'm sure her health wasn't very good at the time, but I mean, was she young? I mean, I know. Sadly, Jamie, what was that? Jamie may have not had the knowledge of how to get all her property back at that time. No, and that's what I'm saying is she doesn't understand this at the time. But there's people out there that are constantly throwing money at these people and thinking that they're getting something for it in return. I mean, but some people have woken up and said, something doesn't seem right. What was name some of those early people. Think about it. Miyagi, for example, said, hey, I donated money because I was supporting this and I was hoping to get a banner up there, and that never happened. Because there was some grommets or some crap like that. And now you're seeing him throw bubbles under the bus. So you're seeing him get totally hammered by the kind of shenanigans he was playing, telling them, hey, you're never going to get sued. And now they're being sued, and they're starting that reality is starting to slap them in the face. at some point you have to go, maybe Jeremy wasn't lying to you whenever he said this is ending well for you. The people that you're getting involved in, the people that you're supporting and doing this shit for, maybe they don't have the best outlook for you. And I think it's starting to become very clear to a lot of these people that the outlook isn't looking really good for them. They're starting to come to this realization that, oh, this isn't some YouTube drama bullshit. This is actually real life where, dollar bills start getting thrown down. Judgments start getting handed down. They're just now starting to realize that this isn't a game. Our children are still fairly young. That is a big possibility. I don't know. Late 40s. And there's a possibility she just hasn't run into somebody that's such a shitty person like Lynette. And as much as you can sit there and say, I'm sure she has some good qualities about her, the shitty fucking qualities really outweigh those quite drastically. You're dealing with somebody that would do really bad things just to make themselves look good. I don't know. It's just, it seems the police did not step in to help Jamie either. She's just telling someone to give property back doesn't work when the next ship should have been taken, in my opinion. That's a possibility. Like, there does come some, personal responsibility. Shelley Huckabee, good to see you. Good evening. It is good evening. It's a beautiful evening. And I'm sorry. I'm getting sidetracked, but it just, it's rambling thoughts.
Just working your butt off on that property and dealing with that stress. Yep. So you were already a mess.
And tried to get my.
Yes. It is the way that they met, and you can go back and watch part 1 of this. This is also on Shara's video, and I'm sure I have a mod that can link that stuff up there. Part 1 explains how they actually met. Because LMNOP was hitting up Jamie, sending her messages saying, oh, I feel for you. I got all this love for you. All these bad things are happening for you. And I understand, I feel for you. Let me be your friend. They ended up becoming, some in YouTube, Facebook, whatever friends. They connected through Facebook, I believe is what it was. And also because Shara sort of vouched for her, saying, yeah, she's going through a lot of stuff right now. And Shara feels bad about that now. And it's just one of those kinds of things where they just got connected this way and thinking that they were doing something really good. And as much as you've got your little anti-system over there, your little what the hell's ecosystem over there? Janice, I will see what your last comment was. Jamie has a 2-year-old daughter. Her youngest 2, boy or girl in their teens. The youngest daughter would also be an adult now. That is a possibility. See, I don't know enough about this stuff. Thank you, Janice. I appreciate that. It is one of those things where she got duped, and there's a lot of people that are getting duped by him right now. And as soon as they find out, as soon as that kind of shit slaps them in the face, that they're being duped by the flea, that they're being duped by Dodgy Ride Me, that they're being duped by all these other people, what do you think the reaction is going to be for them? Do you think they're going to be kind? But of course, they're not going to have the platform, because what's going to happen, and I've seen it happen a million times in the YouTube spaces, what's going to happen is as soon as they realize that they've been duped and they've been screwed over and that these people were lying and fucking frauds all along, exactly what happens every single time. As soon as they turn against them, they will be cast aside. They'll be chastised. They'll be called garbage. They'll be called shit. They will be the worst fucking human beings. All these people that are tagging along with these pieces of shit fucking people every single time it happens. Every damn time. They're best of buds until they're not. And when they're not, they become fucking enemy number one. And they will attack, they will destroy, they will dox them, they will give out their personal information, they will have people emailing them, they will be having people harassing them, and they don't even know it yet. It is going to be the worst come-uppings that they've ever freaking seen. Stacy, Nat, all of you fuckers, all that shit's going to happen to you. You are going to be absolutely annihilated by these people. They will go to no ends to destroy you, your channel, everything about you. They will release everything about you. They will dox everything about you. They will release every private message that you had. If you don't believe me, I don't care, because that's your bed. You made it. You get to lay in it. Every single one of you. You get to enjoy the fruits of your labor, because they are going to absolutely destroy you. As soon as you find out, as soon as you roll over, as soon as you start turning in those private little messages that you've been having, talking shit, yeah, that's whenever they unleash on you. I know exactly the kind of people they are. We've seen it a million times.
My property back, especially I kept telling her, the things are not here. Where's all my things? Oh, we threw them in the trash. That was the second story.
Oh, is that right? She threw your things in the trash.
Yep.
That's interesting.
They were all trash, and that it was just trash I had brought to the property, and that's why they of course were getting in trouble for all the trash.
Are you aware?
My trash.
Are you aware that she's always selling things?
No.
Well.
Oh, we found she's selling a whole lot of things right now on Facebook Marketplace. I guess her stuff expired. Yeah.
She somehow, and look, it's someone who has no money and is always doing GoFundMe's for money. She has been selling truckloads of jewelry. Where's she getting all that jewelry from?
I don't know.
She literally always has. She tells me all along while I was working with her that she would have these little special secret gift things.
I remember that.
Yeah.
She was going to do that. She hadn't done that yet, but that's how she was going to have these boxes and some advice on how she should package them and so forth. I just now recalled that.
Yeah, but you know why? You know why I think there were secret little things where you don't know what you get until you buy it? How would she be able to display something that somebody might recognize?
Right.
That's my opinion. I'm saying that as an opinion, obviously, because I can't prove it.
She got mad when I collected. So when they first got there, evidently she had lots of shells, and out by the back of one of the sheds, the laundry shed, they were just all thrown. I spent hours, because she was so upset about that, I spent hours picking them up, putting them in a container, bringing them back over to the area behind my camper, using my water hoses to clean them off.
Yeah.
She got super duper mad at me.
Why?
Acting like I was stealing them from her.
Do you know that she accused you of stealing a lot of her property when you left?
Oh, of
Absolutely
course.
not. I never was around
But
her
guess
property.
what? Guess what?
She stole mine.
That's what I'm saying. This is very, very bizarre behavior, because you were the one that had your property, that you had no access to all of your property. You didn't even take your own property with you.
No, I was nothing with me, and I was never allowed back to the property.
If she had stolen,
and
right.
She told me many times she had checked the VIN. Not me.
Yes.
She said to me she would never have anything on her property.
She said that to me
She
too.
did not check first.
She told me the same thing.
She told me.
Yes.
So why would I think there's an issue? I believe she may have known.
You know what I think?
This is my belief, but she knew beforehand.
$500, wasn't that like a $3,000 welder? I mean, just saying. Maybe she didn't know how to operate it. It does happen. Good night. Good night. You take care, Kippy. You have a wonderful evening. We'll see you on the rerun. It's all good. Don't you worry about it.
You're right.
Since I didn't give it to her, she made sure that
Yes.
And I just recall this. She has to borrow money from me. She has to borrow money to get the phone fixed, which was $300.
Oh.
And that's really where she got mad, because I also would not loan her money. I had money at that time.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, she wanted it, and I didn't do what she wanted. And
Wow.
that's when she really took that. And that also was the phone that she said had all kinds of evidence that she needed in JH's issue.
Well, of course, she would say that because a lot of those things they don't want known. They don't want known what exactly they've been doing. She's selling off stuff with a bankruptcy case coming off. Yeah. Well, and you know where this is coming from. There's only one person that's telling her to do this. She has a bankruptcy attorney. Okay. She has someone representing her in bankruptcy. She has another person that's representing her that shouldn't be even involved in her, that's probably feeding her a bunch of bullshit in her ear. I mean, it is not uncommon for these assholes to do this kind of crap where they spread all of the absolute most ridiculous garbage that you've ever heard. I mean, there's a reason why I have J Hip responding to Bubbles for me, because he's low hanging fruit. He's absolutely just the worst fucking person to deal with. And I'm sick of listening to his garbage, because all he does is he rambles about shit that means absolutely nothing. It's like talking to an... we'll get into the Star Spangled Helmet at some point in time. Not tonight. Not tonight.
What evidence could she possibly have against him?
I don't know.
That doesn't even make sense.
I don't know. Like messages and screenshots.
Well,
because she needed to get to the pictures, and the phone was broken.
Of course.
So she needed to get it fixed, and it would have been $300. And I had spent a fortune being there already.
She did.
I didn't want to loan her money.
She did finally get some texts off of there. Look, everything she told me was not matching up with what I saw coming my way in records, in public records, even in conversations with JH. So I saw a lot of those messages, and everything he said is exactly what happened. Here's the thing. Here's the thing I found out about him. In the beginning.
Well, and also you have to remember that Lloyd reached out. I mean, if you don't remember, Lloyd reached out and said, I need some help. And Jeremy was very adamant. It's like, I can't be there. I mean, I can have some people out there to help out, and that's all they're going to do is they're going to help you out. That's it. They're not there for any other reason but to give you support. But I won't be there, because that's just going to cause 9 kinds of problems that I don't want to be involved in. But there's people that will help you out. Here's how you get in touch with them. Reach out to them and talk to them. I mean, I remember that very specifically from that stuff happening, him saying, listen, you know, I'm recording what we're talking about. Do you have any problem with that? You can go back to the videos, you can watch them. And he exactly says, hey, I can't do anything in this. You'll have to reach out to these people. They'll be more than willing to help you get your stuff off of there. But you know, I can't be involved in this. Yeah. Lloyd reaches out to Therese and Brett while they were up here in Alaska. He didn't contact Jeremy. Yes, he did. He did contact Jeremy. Lloyd reached out to Jeremy. Yeah. He did reach out. Yeah. He did contact the Grangers first. Yeah, that is correct. He did contact the Grangers first. But there was also a conversation that Jeremy had with him that said, hey, you know, I'm not getting involved in this. There's nothing I can do. Yes, Lloyd was very frightened that he would be hurt by them. Just because those threats were absolutely real. I mean, they weren't, and you saw how that stuff played out. We've seen the videos of how that stuff played out. that they did not want to give anything up on Lloyd. They did not want to allow any of his property be gone. They would have taken every single bit of it had they been allowed to, and probably sold everything off. Lloyd called Granger's begging for help. The Grangers were in Alaska. That's when the Grangers said, call Jeremy due to threats. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See, you guys will have the timeline on that much better than I would. But I do know, I vividly remember that Jeremy spoke with Lloyd. He showed it so that way people would understand exactly the situation that was going on. There wasn't anything being hidden by that. Being in Indiana, Jamie also couldn't afford to do a lot against Lynette from there. Levy County Sheriff's Department was worthless to help Jamie. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I was believing her just like you were, I'm sure.
Yep.
She started telling you terrible things about him, and you thought, oh my gosh, I've got to protect my friend. I'm sure you were like,
Right.
What is going on here? And that you started calling on me, you've got to help her, she's a victim, and this and that. Well,
Right.
I believed her first because she is very convincing.
Oh,
And
yeah.
and
That's the
I thought, if
biggest
this
thing.
guy's really doing what she's saying, how can I walk away and not help a child? Like, this is crazy. She told me some very disturbing things about him that turned out not to be true in what I collected.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
there came a time, she always told me she never hit the child. But then evidence...
That's not true. That's not true.
Did you witness her hitting her? Because there are things that
She's
came up.
spanked her and she's popped her in the mouth.
Yeah.
How many times do you think she did the mouth thing? Because there was something
Do
to
you
happen.
remember how many times? No. She did it a lot.
Once is too many.
Oh, you know how I know this is true, what you're telling me? Because let me tell you the moment that I'm actually going to cry even thinking about this moment, because you know I'm deep in this thing, okay? I saw JH change in one moment in front of my eyes because he put out a...
Well, and it wasn't even that. It was just a TPO, a temporary restraining order. You have to remember that was one of the things that they were trying to get handled. I'm muted. Sorry about that. No, those are one of the things that was being discussed in court. That's the reason why this was... why any of the YouTubers started paying attention to it, because watching Judge Grudge do the kind of shenanigans that he was doing just doesn't fly. I mean, there's enough people that know how court cases are supposed to go, and having ex parte communication with a judge is a big no-no. And I mean, it doesn't take, a genius to know this. You remember listening to Jeremy's conversation with Lloyd when I was listening to that conversation? Yeah, exactly. Manipulated by LP. Yeah, then they did everything they could to help him out. And even the sheriff, and I bring this back because even the sheriff was sitting there going, I can't do anything. You have no reason to remove the property. I can't allow you to remove this property unless Lloyd is here. Lloyd has to be here to confirm what is his and what is not his. The sheriff wasn't going to let them even remove the camper, move anything until Lloyd showed up. And you can go back and watch those videos. It's very specific that judge was, the sheriff was saying, I'm sorry, I can't do anything. I mean, as far as I know, it's her property. Until Lloyd can come up and confirm who he is, that stuff stays where it is. Yeah, Jeremy had a bogus restraining order against him when Lloyd was needing help getting his possessions and trailer off of Lynette's property. Yeah. Trust me, there's a lot of people that feel the same way. A lot of people feel the same way about it.
It was an audio conversation with the sheriff department. It was a phone call, a 911 call. In that 911 call, and I didn't collect that record because it had something to do with property lines with one of our neighbors or something. It wasn't really related. Yes, it wasn't really related. So I it was one record, or there were a couple I didn't get, but that was one that I didn't. until Jeremy, I'll say his first name.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Until I saw a 911 call. In that 911 call, she threatened. The child was only trying to get normal attention. When you're on the phone, children, they want to crawl up your leg. They want to be hugged. They want their juicy juice. Children always want our love. They always want our love. And she was never gentle on any phone call I had. She was never gentle with that child. And I heard things which I'm going to get into at another time. Some very, very, I don't even know how to put it. Anyway.
Well, and Shara, and I say this with all honesty. Whenever you're ready to talk about that, there's a lot of people that are wanting to listen, and they do understand. They do understand how difficult of a situation that puts you in. And I mean, I'm not talking about just me, but there's other people out there that understand that kind of situation that you were put in, that you didn't ask to be put in. And whenever you're ready to talk about it, there will be a lot of ears on you talking about the things that you saw, not just in one situation, but in multiple situations where and I understand this, you didn't feel it was your place because you're not a controlling person, and you have to realize that these people use that against you. You being a caring person is what they're using against you, Shara. And they will constantly use that against you. They will use that to tear every single narrative that you bring up. Any time that something just didn't seem right to you, every time that something was standing out in your mind that you're like, this doesn't seem right, it's because it wasn't right, Shara. But you being the kind of person that you are, you just let it go. Because there was a deeper story that you were looking at. And it breaks my heart. It really does.
I heard in that phone call with the sheriff department her threatening to hit that child in the mouth.
Yeah, I heard that.
When I saw that video,
we saw it though. I mean,
you saw that video where he put that audio?
No, we saw her pop her in the mouth.
How many times do you think she did that? Was she doing it every day, do you think, or was she doing it occasionally?
Probably every day. I would.
See, that is not. Listen, I know some people believe in corporal punishment. Some don't. Corporal punishment is never, ever, ever has anything to do with hitting a child in the mouth. And that is why when I heard that audio of that sheriff call, she told me she never touched that child. I have it in text.
Yeah.
I'm going to put that at the end of my video where she said she said she never.
Pop her in the butt too.
Well, she told me she never did, and then I also heard a CPS call where she told CPS that she does hit her. So I began to have great concerns at that point, and I saw Jeremy in that video, and I saw his face. Everything changed in that moment for me. I swear I saw like a white glow around him, because at first I thought, when I watched his videos, I thought, wow, God, that really confused me. But in that moment when I saw the way he spoke about that audio, and I looked at him and I just saw his face and his expression and his concern, I knew that he was telling the truth. I knew it.
There you go, because
he's another one. He's another one. I'm going to tell you, heart to heart, from me to you. Every record I ever collected on you matched up to everything you said to me. I love you for it.
Thank you.
I'm going to tell you, every record I collected in this case involving him and what he said in his videos have proven that he did not lie. Now, there were a couple times
and of course, she made me into a liar as well.
Well, me too. I believed her. I believed her.
Right.
Jamie, she had me trying to work on, well, you know me, I don't like to see people get arrested for crimes they never committed.
Right.
That is my thing. I'm really into the criminal cases. I always have. That's been my thing. I've handled some big ones. So
Absolutely.
In my view, I didn't want to see her go to jail or anyone else go to jail for things they didn't do. That was the main reason that really got me involved. And then it became, what can I do to help this child? I got to get her in a home. I started working on that whole part of the case. But then when I started collecting the records, and I was even, going to help her, if he's really doing the things they're saying, you need to get the evidence. You need the evidence of this. Like, I started collecting records to try to find that evidence.
Right.
But I didn't find evidence of him doing any of the things that she told me he was doing. I found
Well, and that right there is a big thing that a lot of people are starting to realize, that the accusations that are being out there about Jeremy are not founded in anything except for the word of one person. And whenever you start matching up her stories with what actually happened, things aren't matching up. Well, thank you. You can lurk away, Valley. That's absolutely fine. Whenever these things start coming out, like and I mean, I can go back to the whole little ecosystem there. I mean, the things that they're saying don't match up with what everybody else is seeing. And it's not anything major. It's all the little things that start adding up. You start, you hear the flea sitting there saying, "Oh, I don't smoke." As you hear the big lighter light up and them taking a drag off of something. No, you don't smoke. What is that you're inhaling? I mean, no. There was no money raised. We weren't doing a fundraiser yet. There's over $100,000 that's just poof gone. It's those all kinds of things that you hear, the little lies, and you start putting those all together, and what becomes more credible? What becomes the credible story that you're actually hearing for yourself? Is it one of those where you're just like, oh, okay, yeah, so you say you say you don't do this, but yet here's verifiable proof of you doing X, Y, or Z. You're saying that you're not raising money, but yet how much money did you raise? You're saying that, oh, this isn't going to happen, but it does. You're saying that these things aren't true, but then it's found out that exactly what everybody was telling you is true. It becomes an interesting, brain scratch where you're just like, okay, I heard you telling everybody that you were raising money for X, Y, or Z, and you pounded it into everybody's head that that's what you were raising money for. You're raising money for this child, for this person, that you're doing all of these things. And then all of a sudden you flip the script and say, well, I never said that. Well, you also said that you don't smoke. You also said that, you do X, Y, or Z. And then it gets pointed out. You point out the same things that everybody's been pointing out for months. The same exact lies, the same exact bullshit that you've been saying. You're saying, no, Lynette's not lying. And then you turn around and call her a liar. I mean, your credibility gets completely shot at this point. Nobody ever believes you. The people that are looking at you going, wait, you said this was going to happen, but it didn't. I don't know. It's confusing to me how easily people are suckered into this shit.
evidence that showed me what she was doing, evidence that contradicted things that she was telling me. Everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
And I was completely floored by this. But I was at the point where I was working on that grant, the Home Depot grant to get the home. Everything else that was happening around me was overwhelming, but my focus was, okay, whether I'm out or in, I know I'm leaving. I'm getting out of her case. Like, this is my mindset. But I don't want to leave until I get that kid in a house.
Oh, I know.
I didn't want to leave her.
Devastating. And I had to.
I
never even got to say goodbye.
Oh, that's devastating. But here's some of the things that happened that made me, okay.
Well, and this is why it's so heartbreaking for a lot of people out there, because they're wanting to do something for somebody. People naturally are actually really good. They give and they give and they give. Think about only me. How much was gifted? And then double whatever he gifted was well exceeded beyond that. That's an admission by the fleas. The amount that only me gave was well exceeded by other donors. All of the chat came together. The amount that he gave was paltry amount compared to what everybody else gave. And that money never went to Lynette. I mean, no matter how you feel about Lynette, that money was never given to her. That money is sitting in somebody else's bank account, and they believe that they have the rights to every penny of it. They believe every single penny was given to them. And early on, I remember talking about this and telling people, I said, this is a scam. This is something that they are running. They are putting something out there that is not going to come to fruition. If you're giving to them, you're giving to them at your own peril. And people still gave. Shara gave. She gave her time. She gave her money. She gave everything that she could possibly afford to give just to be slapped away. This stuff was talked about ad nauseum. And the people that didn't listen, the people that were feeling that they wanted to help these people out, that was never given to her. Not a single bit of it. And just enough to appease her. And then you have to ask, where did that money go? Where exactly is that money sitting? Is it still there? They're saying that there's no money there. Well, where did it go? If you're looking at over $100,000, we're talking about life-changing amount of money. We're not talking about just pennies. We're not talking about like this, $5 super chat. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of fucking dollars that were given to these people that were supposed to be helping somebody that are no longer there. Because they knew the kind of person that she was. How are they able to buy new computers, new equipment? How were they able to pay all of the volunteer, as they called it, labor that they were bringing food for? And all of that money that people were donating was going to help all these other people out. To put up what? A 6-foot fence in front of a property that wouldn't cover anything except for raise more money. How much did the attorneys make off of this? Where were they spent? Because attorneys don't work for free. They're definitely not going to do anything for free. These writers that are wanting to, get paid $100,000 a story, they're definitely not working for free. They're telling you exactly what they're doing. Where is that money going to go? Where does all that money go? Where did all the money go, Fleesa? how much did you spend on those repairs? Where did the money go? Did it go offshore somewhere? You know, that's what everybody was talking about early on. You know, it doesn't matter how much money you raise. Where's the accounting of all the money that was raised? You know, and oh, don't you worry about it, just give more. I've got the receipts. Don't worry, I'll handle the IRS. I've got that all under control. It doesn't give a good feeling to the people that are donating all of this money. I mean, only me wasn't too happy about the shed, apparently, because he was pretty upset that, you know, his money is being spent elsewhere, that they're buying frivolous shit. How much money was agreed that she would get off the cut of this? How much money was agreed that a certain attorney would get paid off the top of this? How about that PR team? How much were they getting paid to handle all of their shit? To take the flack? How much money do you think they feel that they're owed for all of their shit?
There is one time where she was trying to get the child out of the car, and I did put this out to the public so I can talk about it. The reason I put it out to the public is because there was an incident that was occurring during that phone call that had to be known. It had to be known.
Right.
Because CPS was ignoring signs in this case.
Yep.
Very serious signs. No matter how many times they were called, they were doing nothing. And you and I both know from the history of what we have done in cases that they either take them for no reason or they leave them in serious situations. That's what they do. So in that phone call with her, she told me that JC had left his G. I don't want to say the word G. I'll call it a G.
Yep.
Power tool. I'll call it a power tool. I like to call it a power tool. He left his power tool in the vehicle. The child was in the vehicle alone. MP was trying to get her to come out. She was yelling at her to come out. She was very, very, very abrasive to her, trying to get her to come out. She didn't want to come out. And she was kind of just, and she said, you know, she's in there moving around all over the place. And I think he left his power tool in the vehicle.
Well, I have a power tool story too. I get a call from her asking me if I can look in the driveway around the property for a pow because JC couldn't find it.
Oh my goodness.
By the time she got back, I was told that it was in the car the whole time underneath the seat.
Under her seat, the child's seat.
The baby was, and the baby was in the car. Now,
yes.
She may have been abrasive trying to get her out, but let me tell you how much that poor baby spent. How much time that baby spent in that car. Yeah.
Wow.
All the time.
Tell me about that.
She'd sit her in there and put her with a tablet.
And leave her in the car?
Yeah, while they were around the property.
Well, I've actually heard her putting her in the car to make sure she could be somewhere while we were talking.
Well, and you know, Paula, it is one of those things. You really don't want to have CPS involved in some things. They can misjudge a situation. But they also might get the situation right. And I mean, I've got no answer on that. Yeah, CPS is ignoring it, but I mean, CPS has done some pretty horrible things as we've seen, not too recently. I mean, it is one of those where it is a touchy situation, you know, regardless of any of that. Yeah, people are heartless because they're looking out for themselves. You know, it could be out of shame.
Yeah.
Like if she was busy doing
in the car when they'd come home, she'd leave it in the car.
Right.
I apologize.
She wouldn't take her out of the seat. And there's actually yes, and you know it was also seen on a video when the I don't remember the agency.
Yeah,
there was an agency that came. Well,
or something.
The officer had to tell her, maybe you should get her out. You should probably get her out. She was just left sitting in that car seat while they worked around doing things because she could keep her.
Well, at least she was in the car and had AC. At least.
But
But it was not good.
No.
It was long periods of time.
It's not good. And I know when they go to court, they leave her in the car for hours with JC.
Absolutely. There was several times that she was left. In fact, when we went to the hospital thing, I don't even recall what it was, but we were left in the car. I have pictures where I actually got her out of the car and we walked around a little bit into the parking lot. It had some, trees and stuff. I don't recall. It was some kind of doctor's appointment for, her.
Yes.
But we were all left in the car for at least an hour.
Well, let me ask you a question. Was JC at home?
Yeah, he was home. In the car.
Why couldn't she leave the baby with him?
Because she didn't want to ever leave him alone with him.
Well,
allegedly.
that's a question too. Why? When
you accused him of inappropriate behavior.
Yes, she told me some things, disturbing things. Let me ask you this. Your relationship with JC, was it very bad?
Well, and Shara, here's the thing. If she's accusing him of those kinds of things, I mean, I'm not trying to be flippant here, but if you're hearing tales of those kinds of things, why wouldn't you step forward and make a fuss about this? I mean, and I'm not trying to belittle Shara on this at all. I mean, I understand we don't know the whole situation. I completely agree, but please, if you're seeing something like this happening, or you're knowing of something about this happening, you should be questioning the person that's making the accusations. Is this true? And if it is, then why is this person still around? Why are they still there? Why are they even within proximity of a child? If these things are true, it is becoming of a normal human being to make sure that that person is nowhere around ever. And it's the same way with Lynette. You would want to make sure that this child is nowhere, anywhere around a child. If this is the case, if what you're saying is true, it's not a question of, well, it's a complicated situation. You want to make sure that this person is never, ever around a child, ever. If this is the accusation being made, and I'm not directing this towards anybody. You just know. Just know. It becomes a no. It doesn't matter if she needs his money. It does not matter at all. If you are looking out for the safety of a child, this is something that you never allow to happen. Ever. 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 If you even suspect that this is going on, ever, no. Just no. There's no excuse, no amount of money can take away that kind of crap that would happen. Ever. Ever.
From the get-go, from the start?
Absolutely.
Was he
He was very, 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 very mean.
Was he abusive toward you?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He called us names. There was one night, like I said, he started screaming out of the camper. I tried to record it, but he was screaming out of the camper, yelling at us, calling us names, saying we needed to get off the property.
Well, and that's why it makes me question if it's a lie or not. I mean, that's all I'm saying is, I'm not saying that this is happening. I'm saying that exactly. If this is the truth, then there would be nothing in any adult's mind that this person would never be around ever. That's all I'm saying is it makes you question if this is what this person is saying, then it makes me question the veracity of the truth of what they're saying. And then if you've got someone like the flea that's sitting there going, well, John's the only stable one around. But what about these accusations? I mean, are you saying that you don't believe the accusations, or you never believe the accusations, but yet you're still promoting this child being around it? I'm just, make it make sense for me somehow, I guess. Because none of it makes sense. I mean, normal human beings don't let this kind of stuff happen. They put the quash to this. There's different phone calls are being made. Trust me on that.
Right now, he was going to call the police. And that's what made me wonder now, looking back, that they may have known something.
Yeah.
Because I even said something to her, why would he do that? And once again was reassured, well, I've already checked everything out, everything checked, so you don't have an issue.
Maybe at that point they were trying to find a reason to separate you from your camper.
Oh, absolutely. Looking back on it, absolutely. She wanted that camper. She didn't care what she had to do to get it.
Yeah, that's true.
And because she didn't get it, that's why I feel like what she did purposely.
And she refused to let...
Sure.
Well, the part that...
refused to let me have it.
Right, the reason that I know...
my property.
Yes, the reason I know it's true is because you were going to take it, have it removed, and brought somewhere else, and you were going to live in it. And she would not let you come back to take your property.
Well, that sounds about right.
Nope.
Do you realize how bad that is?
Went to the doctor, and this was the next day.
Oh, exactly. And yeah, if the accusations are BS, then that ought to be called out too. You know, if this is an absolute BS accusation, if it is a BS accusation, then most definitely the person's making these kinds of accusations should be called out on it. But that's sort of my point, is like if Lynette believes that this kind of crap is happening, then why in the ever living hell would she have the child sleeping in the same damn room with this person? If her accusations were true, if what she's saying is true, if all of this crap that she's saying is true, why would she ever even have him on property, let alone go into a business dealing with him at the same damn time, knowing that this kind of crap is happening? And I'm not, like I said, I'm not being mean on Shara. I'm just saying that, like, if you know, and I think this is what's also raising Shara's, you know, awareness to it, is just like, well, if you're saying this, then why in the hell is this guy still here? It makes no sense to me that if you're accusing somebody of doing this horrible thing, then why in the hell do you still have him around? And like I said, I think that Shara, this is the point where she started to understand that what she's being told is not true. And if it is true, then why is she still allowing it to happen?
She allowed me to come in, and I did shower and stuff like that. And I stayed one night after my family member. So there would be the one time she told me to leave.
Yeah.
She let me come back for one night. And
Absolutely.
then that's when I went to the little ER thingy, the little immediate care for my foot, because I dropped the hammer. By the time it was far away. I mean, the town was at least an hour away. I was with family, and she called and told me, or she texted me and said, you need to get here right away. Well, I wasn't looking at my phone. Well, next thing I know, she texted me a message and said, it was stolen. How could you do this to me? And it's gone. You can't come back to the property.
Wow. Like 1 minute your home is there, and the next minute it's gone. And not only is it gone, here you are in the middle of nowhere, many states away from your home, right?
Yep.
And you have your vehicle. You don't have your guy with you because he got himself out of it.
Yeah, that's true, Janice. That's very true. It was very, and I know from prior that Shar was heavily involved in trying to get that promoted, trying to help them. And we found out this weekend, shout out to Tug on that, is that this was their plan to create. Their business plan was to look, and they found that there was somebody that had some sort of fame, popularity, and that the property value is going to go up, and create like a whole bunch of little tiny homes, and have a place where people could come and they could have a nice little retreat, and all this stuff was going to happen. They would have their little barn dominium, and all of that stuff fell through because they were hoping that people would fund this stuff to create like this whole thing happening. And it fell through because they couldn't contain their anger and angst whenever they got called out for the bullshit. And that's really what it boils down to, is they got called out on their bullshit. Once they got caught in the scam, they were so far into it that they had to fight back. I mean, you've got everybody from the Flea to BBB admitting those signs were written. The most horrendous things about a human being that they could possibly do is being written on signs and posted. I mean, can you imagine? Just imagine the most horrible thing that could happen to another human being, and you're posting it around town, and you expected no repercussion from it. You expected them to fold up and give you money. I'll just continue on because it really pisses me off.
He wanted no part of that. He couldn't take it.
He couldn't take it.
He got out of there.
For a bus ticket to go home.
Oh, yeah.
And then pay for another bus ticket for him to come back and help me get home.
Oh, my, because you needed help driving home. You were overwhelmed at that point.
Oh, I could, and we had that trailer, and I had just had my transmission. My transmission went out
while you were there. Oh my God! So there you were. Like, this is like your life. Your life was literally turned upside down in an instant.
Upside down.
Which is how I feel with my life in a different way. It is definitely turned upside.
Don't quote me on this because I'll probably be wrong on it. But from what I understand, is the trailer that Jamie had was given by an ex. Now you guys can correct me if I'm wrong on this. Was pretty much given by an ex, and the ex came forward, and because there was still money owed on it, basically repoed it and had it removed because they still held the deed on it. And this would have been Jamie's ex that was giving the trailer to her. She just had to complete paying it off. Now, like I said, I could be wrong on this. So if I'm wrong, you can always correct me on it. I'm just trying to remember from prior things that I've heard that this was something that it was gifted to Jamie, but she was making payments on it. It had to be hard, but you did it. Thank you. Okay. And so that's why it was actually reported stolen, because there wasn't any tracking on it. Yes, ex-husband in lieu of child support. That could be right, something like that. So, like I said, I don't know the whole situation. I know that was part of it. Okay. Max is correcting me on that, saying yes, you're correct. Okay.
Down. I'm not going to get into all that. It's not about me. It may become about me at some point because of some things people are trying to do, what they're trying to do to me. But right now, it's not about me. So your life got turned upside down.
No, because Bruce is a piece of shit. As simple as that. Shara, Bruce is a piece of shit, and he's going to do everything that he can to intimidate you. I would guarantee that he is sending Shara all kinds of nasty emails, no different than he tries to send to me to try to intimidate people. Hell, he may even have a lawsuit up against you And there's a reason why he plays these fucking games. It's because he is low life garbage piece of shit attorney that has no moral compass whatsoever. His moral compass went out with the goddamn Mayflower. And he couldn't even fucking compete in a fucking fair marketplace with regular attorneys that actually do something for a fucking living, because he's such a piece of garbage. Like this is the person that you hear about as an attorney that gets removed for all the bullshit that they pull. He's absolutely garbage.
In that instant, you lost precious property.
Yeah.
Things that were sentimental to you.
Yeah.
And on top of this, a sheriff deputy instructed her to return all your property to you. And she
immediately I was
refused.
told it was gone.
She
It
refused.
was all gone.
She knew what
It was here.
yeah, well, I'm going to put that's going out in the end of this interview, because that is evidence that she knew that that property was yours and that the sheriff told her to give it back to you.
Yep.
That was.
Well, and that's sort of true, but you have to understand, but that wasn't her point. See, these are the kind of games that Lynette plays. She talks about building a tiny home for her and the child, but that wasn't enough because she never intended for the tiny home for it to be for her and the child. The tiny home was meant to be built so she could rent it out, so people could be coming to her place. She would have a different place that she would live in the big house while she rented out the tiny homes. You have to remember that this is what it's all about. You know, it's all about making sure that Lynette is the plantation owner while everybody else is beneath her. And that you have to remember this about Lynette. Everybody else is beneath her. She's smarter, she's quicker, she's better than everybody else. She looks down upon every single person. Yeah, you have to remember there's a reason why she wants to be the preacher lady. She wants to be the one that's held in high regard. This is Lynette's MO. She wants to be the one that's held in high regard. As long as she's held in high regard, everybody else be damned. It's all about image, except, like you said, champagne tastes on a water budget in a 2-inch pipe.
His instruction.
Yep.
Devastating.
She even asked about my food. Could she take my food out?
What?
But they didn't allow her to.
She wanted to take stuff from your camper. I could say, in my opinion, that she was in that camper up and down before calling anybody.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Tell me about the money missing, that part.
I mean, I had several $100s that were placed in there for my trip.
And where was it?
And whenever I got everything back,
Wow.
there was no money in there.
The money was gone?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So when you were able to get the contents of the inside of the camper, some of the things on the inside, when you checked where your money was, it was gone.
It was gone. I also had some... police department didn't touch it. And the police department didn't touch it at all.
Well, of course they didn't.
And the people, whenever I went out,
The
and finally
poli-
got my property, the people that towed it,
Yeah.
absolutely had not been in it. All they did was plug the...
Well, and no, she actually wants that to be completed. No, it's not about that. You have to understand that she wants that completed, because if she has that completed, then she can claim homestead on her property. She really wants that damn thing done. I have to disagree with you there. No, this is something that she wants to have done. Having that completed, and that's what really screwed her up with the fleas. Whenever the fleas withheld the money, it really screwed her up, because if she has a livable structure on the property, she can claim homestead. The bankruptcy can't take homesteaded property away. And she knows this because she's been in bankruptcy before. Okay? Having that barn dominium done is probably one of the most important things. And she thinks that if she has a trailer there, that she can get by with the homestead exemption. The problem is there is no homestead exemption on that property. Currently, no homestead exemption. Go back to where I talked about this much, much earlier on during the first part of the bankruptcy before it got dismissed. I explained this in absolute detail. She has to have homestead exemption on that property. Randy pointed this out. Randy showed this exactly. Like, if she, as much property that is there is no livable structure. If there's no livable structure, there's no homestead exemption. It is considered vacant land. Exactly. It is considered vacant land, and you could put up 100 sheds on there. None of those are livable. This is why she's been popping off saying, oh, there's running water. There is not running water on the property like it's supposed to be. Just putting a sink inside there hasn't been any inspections on that property to qualify it as being able to be a livable structure. No livable structure means it's vacant property, no homestead exemption. That property goes away in a bankruptcy. Her part of that property goes away in a bankruptcy. There's nothing that she can do about it. You can look up the law on this, and I'm telling you right now, yeah, it has to be a permanent home to get the homestead exemption. And she knows this. So does anyone remember LP said Jamie stole the camper, which seems to be a lie. No, her ex considered it a stolen property. Her ex, that's how it was able to be removed from there. The barn not even paid for in full. I don't know about that. To think of that lumber they have just sitting out in the open rotting. Well, from what Lynette is saying, Georgian, is that lumber is inside the barn dominium. It is inside. It's out of the rain, but that doesn't mean anything if they haven't gotten it framed out, which they can't get it framed out until they have somebody come out and look at the property, make sure it's done properly. She said that she paid for the camper in a bankruptcy. Yeah, she can say all she wants to. She seems to be doing a lot of moving things around and selling things while going through bankruptcy. The court will see what she's doing because I'm sure. Well, and it's all a distraction. It's all a distraction. In 7 years, I think through all the digging out seen three videos of Jeremy losing his patience, cheered him on every time. Yeah, Jeremy doesn't seem to lose his patience very often.
The electricity in for the food. But of course, by that point, after that, it was all ruined.
And it would have been unlawful for any of them to go in there and do anything with the property that's in there. So,
and they had to use one of the cords, and that didn't come home. I believe that was their cord, correct? Oh, we bought that. Oh, we bought one, and they didn't give that back either.
So that expensive cord was left there, and it was also your property.
We spent over $500 to run the lines from the actual meter to our camper. Right. She kept all of that. All the we had to buy a longer sewer thing, didn't we? We had to buy that. That was not there.
That's right, Jerry.
All of our stuff that came with wasn't there. Yeah, all the electric cords that came with it weren't there.
And lots of tools and things like that they had in.
Oh yeah, he had all his tools in there. We had just bought him new tools. We had new sets of tools underneath in some buckets that my ex had given him. Mm-hmm. We had like a leaf blower. We had weed eater.
It sounds like a nightmare. It literally sounds like a nightmare. It almost seems like
pressure washer there.
Well, and as somebody that's had to deal with permitting, which I'm actually having to deal with this week, I had to get like permitting, like work permits to have this work done to lift this house. It's something that has to be done first. Then you have to contact utilities and what is it, 811, which basically handles the digging and all that kind of stuff. mean, there's so much that goes into just maintaining property. You know, it's crazy. Jeremy is losing his cool is understandable. We lose it all the time from time to time. Well, mine probably more so this week. Aluminum P showed receipts of shell paid in full, but not livable. Yeah, I mean that's the thing, and we'll probably go over that within the next couple of nights. I mean, tonight we're focusing on the video, and I'm only halfway through. I may just have to carry this over till tomorrow. I don't want to keep you guys up too late, and I know that you guys have been absolutely gracious and wonderful and hanging out, and I don't want to just like leave you here, but I'm telling you this is one of those things where I look at it and I shake my head at all of the craziness of all of this, because it is sad that you know, for Jamie, for Shara, all of this is, you know, hindsight on them, where, you know, you have to understand that Jeremy saw this early on. He saw the kind of games that they were playing, and he didn't want to play in any part of their games. He was just like, something's not right here, and I'm hearing one thing and you're acting another, and I'm tapping out. I'm done. I'm not dealing with your weirdness anymore, because something's not adding up. 2 and 2 are not adding up. And, you know, kudos on Jeremy for being able to spot something that just doesn't seem right. And some people it's going to take longer. And whenever they figure out exactly what's going on with it, they're going to have a lot of questions. And I'm hoping that they didn't lose too much in the process of it. I mean, like I said, tomorrow I'll probably finish this out. It's been a long day. I've been on the road most of the day. And I'd like to finish this out and give, because there's so much to unpack in just this short video that Shara did. If you haven't seen it, go check out the video. Go listen to it, disseminate it. That's what it's there for. You know, they're pointing out what they're seeing, and you know, it's one of those where you're limited on what you can do without causing more problems. That's why I say don't reach out, don't go contacting CPS or anything like that. These are things that other people are already handling. They're dealing with this the best that they can. And if you do something that ridiculous without knowing all the facts of it, it just creates more problems. So again, let the attorneys handle this, let the law handle this, and you know, protect yourself. Maybe not says, oh, thank you, maybe not, for the 10 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. I do appreciate you. I don't have any way of like doing the shit show song. Sorry. I don't have it on this computer itself, but I do appreciate you very much. Thank you very much. Maybe not. Thanks for going through this, explain all this mess. God bless, and stay safe on your work site this weekend. Always pleasant to chat. Others in the stream, have a great night, people. Yes, everybody have a wonderful night. And I do thank you guys for coming by. Oh, thank you, Debbie Marie. I appreciate you. You know, you guys are an inspiration. You really do make this channel like what it is. I you know, you can hit the thumbs up, all that kind of stuff. I do appreciate it. Within the next probably next couple of weeks, I will have like a anniversary stream. I haven't held an anniversary stream, I think, since the first year. I'm going on year 3 of being here. Maybe I'll hit 10,000 by that time. We've got a couple of weeks to work all that out, but I hope to do a nice anniversary stream. I'll probably reach out to Jeremy at some point in time, and I'd like to really promote, you know, the auction for the helmet, because I think that would be a really good thing. I think that like I said, I want that to go to helping somebody out, and that's what I think that helmet helped me out so much. And I'll give a little bit of a backstory on it whenever I get an opportunity. Tonight's not the time to do it. We'll talk about it some other time, because I think you guys will find it quite fun. I've got so much info on Shara and Jamie if you want it. Janice, you're welcome to send that to me anytime. My email address is linked in my bio. It's pretty easy to find. You're always welcome to send stuff over. I can't guarantee that I'll show everything. I'm usually I'm very conservative, I guess is the way to put it, on what I show, because I don't want to give too much information away with people. I try to keep it minimized, in case you don't know that about me. Like I know a lot more than I talk about, because I just don't like to cause too much rabble. But yeah, you're always welcome to send that over to me. Thank you very much. That was such a awesome gift, and so good to see Jeremy. See, yeah, it is a good thing to see it with Jeremy and George, because like I said, I think that helmet means a lot. It really does. And it's one of those where the chat made that helmet what it is. You guys, the community, the people that are supporters, are what made that helmet so bright and sparkly and something unique that I can't imitate ever again. It'll be something that I want somebody to get it and cherish it and enjoy it and laugh at it, and every time they look at it, just have a smile on their face. Absolutely. And hugs and thanks again. I appreciate you, really. Thank you guys so much. And all of you wonderful people. We've got everything from Stamby Bugard, that's been here for 11 months. Thank you so much. We've got Cynthia Brotham. Thank you very much. Happy to see you. And my trip was very safe. It was a good trip. And Max Labs coming in. Oh, tomorrow is status conference. Yes, status conference in the bankruptcy case, which was going to be really big fire, because I'm sure you're going to hear all about that tomorrow from Jeremy. He's going to probably be talking about that. Thank you very much, In the Clouds, for the 4 gifted memberships. That is wonderful. And of course, one of my favorites, Traveling Fool's been here for 22 months. Yo, yo, yo. He is up in Blue Ridge. Good people. He is definitely, and I'll probably send you guys over there. It depends on who's streaming tonight. I was happy the helmet turned out. Thank you very much. I have my favorites, because you were a big contributor to the stickers, and I do appreciate that very much. Janice, Shizzy, so what you're saying is that you boomered the road trip music playlist. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I'm good at doing that. I boomer a lot of stuff. And I boomer the sound most of the time. Also, Rickles, weight of 50 nickels, 5.56 tons, which we know is not true, because we figured that out. It's 550 pounds, I believe. Someone in Jeremy's chat asked the significance of Bedazzled Helmet. There wasn't enough time to explain it, or who you are, or why you say you need it. Your Velcro shoes. And your Velcro shoes. But we'll get to that. And thank you very much. Yes, there's a big reason for that, and I hope to be able to explain that whenever the time comes for the auction. I want to participate in that and show the love that it deserves, because I think it does. I remember my stars getting added, my perfume to Shizzy super chat, and I might play that at some point in time. It's Ode to Shizzy, something like that. I have it. It's not making it on this album. Oh, by the way, guys, there is a new album that's going to be out in 2 to 7 days. They had some issues because one of them is a re-release on there. And that's what I was going to play for you guys, was what was coming out on the album, because it's going to be coming out 2 to 7 days if I can get everything resolved on it. And then you'll have a new album out. And it's good. Trust me. Debbie Marie is becoming a new YouTube member. Thank you again, Debbie. I appreciate you very much. Fallen Hero has gifted a membership. Thank you very much, Fallen Hero. As always, one of the gifted memberships, it goes so much because it really supports this channel. And thank you. Wanda Perez with the $2 says, hey, Shizzy, checking in. Always. You're going to check in as much as you like to. Janice says, Shizzy, Jamie seems to have gotten her life together. Yeah. And you know, people go through rough spots in their lives. And I think that Jamie has come out ahead. I mean, you know, being alive and breathing and sometimes just coming out ahead. And I think that once she got her head straight, she started getting with people that love and support her, that she's gotten much better. Has gotten her life together. Jamie and Shari have a past that I've been following over 8 years. They've had DCF issues. Yeah, that is very true. And Janice, like I said, you're welcome to reach out, and I'll look over any information that you have. Maybe not with the 10 gifted memberships again. Thank you very much. Maybe not. Debbie Moore says, thank you. Great insight. I hope so. I mean, like I said, I lick windows. So, I mean, I hope my insight is okay. I try to keep it a little bit grounded, you know, just from, I guess, a layman's point of view, an idiot on the internet, whatever it might be. And I do appreciate every single one of you so much. And Lurking from the UK, yay, a new album. Yes, it's called Leftovers from the B-Side. And I'll show you the album cover. Well, I would show the album cover, but you've heard most of the songs because 2 of them that I played tonight at the very beginning of the stream, those are going to be on the new album. And there's no more being added to that one. I'm going to have to start a new one. But I also have another album that's coming out December 1st. It's called Stars and Bars. And it's got a lot of the stuff that you've already heard. You've probably seen it. You probably didn't even know that it was going to be in an album, but it's already been out there for probably about 3 months. It's taken me 3 months to get one album put together. So it's good stuff. Thank you very much, Mama Larrabee. Oh, and thanks for making all the amazing intros for the crew. They're so awesome. Yeah, and speaking of amazing intros for the crew, this is for you ladies because I know that you like this so much. Here we go.
Villain on the mic, mask on, voice cold. That umbrella get the best host from coast to coast. Cold, dropping nukes, every take leaves a ghost.
Oh, it didn't show. We can't have that. We got to get this up there. We got to make sure that it happens.
Villain on the mic, mask on, voice cold. That umbrella get the best host from coast to coast. Cold, dropping nukes, every take leaves a ghost. Boom, dropping the story straight through the smoke. Watching the others fall in slow mo, no hope. Down. Umbrella brings it while the timelines choke. Fact, they can keep up when I post.
You guys like that, don't you? I know you like it. I'm going to give you the whole damn thing straight from the beginning. Oh yeah.
Villain on the mic, mask on, voice cold. That umbrella get the best from coast to coast. Cold, dropping nukes, every take leaves a ghost. Boom, dropping the story straight through the smoke. Watching the others fall in slow mo, no hope. Down. Umbrella brings it while the timelines choke. Fact, they can keep up when I post. Nah, checkmate the fools, butter the toast. I don't chase cloud, I make weather. Stone, words cut deep like a sign. Letter, sweet sips and rose, I thread better. You toss a rumor, I bring a shredder. When the others misstep, I replay freeze frame. Time code tight, I rename the blame. Nothing but a bluff, I call with a flame. History remembers who carried the name. Umbrella. Says noise, I turn noise into proof. As who got it, every scene to the truth. You brought caps, I brought the roof. Live. Umbrella guy, I paved that route. Go. A true villain on the mic, mask on, voice cold. That umbrella got the best host from coast to coast. Cold, dropping nukes, every take leaves a ghost. Boom, dropping the story straight through the smoke. Watching the others fall in slow mo, no hope. Down. Umbrella brings it while the timelines choke back. They can keep up when I post.
I know you guys like that. I can't help it. You guys are just some hungry people loving the tug. I love it. I love it too. I think it's great. I think it's fun. And I hope that Tug enjoys it. He's good people. And, you know, at some point in time, Tug will come on here whenever he does. That's his intro. And I got to still get one. Shh, be very quiet about this. I haven't done one for Rosalind yet. Wait until you see what that one's going to be. It's going to be perfect. It's going to be perfect for Rosalind because, you know, she's got the shoulders. She's got the shoulders to prove it. You know, you guys have seen it. thank you guys so much for hanging out tonight. And I may do a stream in the morning. I don't know yet. If I do, it's going to be a pop-up stream. So make sure you got the notification bell on, because it literally will be me getting up and firing up a stream, and it'll be off and running. So just make sure that you've got that up. Yeah, I know. Who would have thunk it? That Tug's been, he's been working it out. He's been working it out. Yeah, Rosa was on with Tug tonight. Yeah, I did catch a little bit of that early on. I was giving him a hard time in chat. And thank you guys so much. Hungry but not thirsty. Just saying. Good night, everybody. Have a wonderful night. We will see you again very soon. Peace, y'all. Peace.
Oh, you thought I was done, bless your heart, but I'm still living rent-free, it's a work of art. Call me daddy, call me nut, call me the goat. You're paddling upstream while I'm running this boat. You say, I don't care, yet you're glued to the screen. Caught up in my glow while you stay unseen. Your shade's like a breeze, it's barely a draft. Meanwhile, I'm the Picasso of roasting your ass. You say you're over me, oh how cute, but here I am, still the star of your loop. You're my biggest fans, don't even deny, so grab some popcorn when daddy goes live. Live. Call me daddy, yeah, shout it loud. King of your thoughts, I'm making you proud. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, headline act. Your background noise, and that's just a fact. Let's face the score. You hate that you love me, but you keep wanting more. You're like a dog chasing cars, you don't know why. But here you are, barking while I touch the sky. Your comments are gold, such comedy gold. Who hurt you? Oh wait, it's me, I'm told. You're keeping tabs like an unpaid intern while I'm cashing checks. When will you learn? Your timeline's a shrine to every move I make. I say thanks, but you're a nasty skank. Oh, Shizzy's washed up. Yeah, sure, Jan, yet here I am, the centerpiece of your plan. You hate watch my stream like it's Oscar night, but guess what, kiddos? I'm still shining bright. Call me daddy, send in your bread. I'm still rent-free in your effing head. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy on your brain. I'm your mental landlord, you can't complain. Let's keep it real. You hate that I'm winning, but you love how it feels. Oh, I'm sorry, did I break your streak? You tried to ignore me for like half a week, but daddy's too spicy, you can't look away. I'm the train wreck you need every single day. So while you're out there with your plastic clout, I'm here sipping coffee watching you freak out. You're irrelevant, wow, what a take. Now go rewatch my vids while I count how much I make. Like count how much I make. Call me daddy, yeah, own it now. I'm reading your brain and you don't know how. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, let's set the bar. I'm the constellation, you're a burned out star. Embrace your role, cause I'm the main character. You're just an old ragged ass, burned out troll. So that's your bedtime story, kids tucked in sweet and snug. Shizzy Daddy's forever, you lose and you're stuck in the mud. Now say goodnight to Papa Nut, your mental pain. Oh wait, you will see me tomorrow's. Agenda will see me tomorrow, same obsession, same effing thing.
Hey, give